Close. I'm sorry, y'all. Good morning. Oh, I was reading what you know how that YouTube have things posted on the screen. I hope y'all can hear me well. If this video is not clear, now I'm gonna have to redo it. Um, I just want to come in here and tell you about the dream I have this morning. I do believe it's a word from Yah. So let me go ahead and get right into it. The dream started out weird. I remember I was in a place where I met people that was in church. They seemed Catholic at first, and I do remember the dream. It was our people. When I say our people, I mean I saw people in my nation, and they seemed Catholic at first. But as I began to talk with them, the dream was letting me know they was Christian. So then it transitioned from that setting to me going to a church that keep the Sabbath. Um, yeah, because they did wanted me to fellowship with them, but in this dream, I was no, I was more focused on going to the church that or to the assembly that I attend, and I even remember saying like synagogue. No, that's later in the dream, but let me get back on track. But from that point of meeting my people, my nation who are Christian, they wanted me to fellowship with them, but I said no. I said I'm going to this assembly over here that I was saying myself in my mind, that keep the Sabbath. But the thing about the dream, everything was like in the same setting, but I just had to go to a different part of that place. I can't remember the place was a building, whatever. So I meet the people, who keep the Sabbath, and in the dream, it was telling me, oh, and it was very weird. It was a very weird dream. Okay. This assembly kept the Sabbath in the way that, the living word taught me, Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. However, something weird was taking place in this dream, like an experiment, meaning that they wanted to tell the people the whole truth for what they was participating in. So in this dream, it was mostly the women. And I do remember in this dream, it was people of different nation or tribes. And anyway, but it was women. Now, as far as the men go, there was men and women of that assembly getting people to partake in this experiment, but they didn't know it was like an experiment. They was like not telling them the truth, leaving out important details. But I remember in the dream that the spirit was they were this woman received 2 drops. It's like clear water drops, and it went into, I believe, the private area. And after she received this, the dream, she met this person, warning her, and said, "I hope you didn't partake in that." Good morning, shalom. I hope you didn't partake in that because um, they're not telling people the truth. It was something evil, like a scientific experiment they was doing. And as the dream went on, it was telling me that they was experimenting to see if it works. That's all I remember. They was experimenting to see it works. So with this woman, she see other people like her um going through, and meaning that they became pregnant. Like I say, with just women, they became pregnant from wherever these droplets was. And in the dream, I saw like rows of teeth. I don't know what that mean or what that symbolized, but they was trying to birth like teeth, and these teeth was connected. They was joined together, wasn't loose. And the dream was kept saying it's just an experiment. It's like they was trying this, and if this worked, then they can go to the next level. That was the dream was telling me. So all the people that they deceived, which was the women, uh, The women before her, they died. She, when it came to her to time to deliver, from what I remember in the dream, um, she didn't die. She actually produced or brought forth what they was trying to birth. And I remember it was a royalty. Also in the dream, I remember that due to that type of birth, her legs changed. And then the dream shifted. Like I said, this is a crazy dream. Okay. Then the dream shifted to other people, kind of like like an experiment. But anyway, when the people realized what was going on, they tried to escape, and they did have things set in place, like would that would try to kill them. I don't think I remember in my dream, like tall beings or whatever. I can't remember the specific details, y'all, and forgive me, but I just remember that the people were trying to escape and some to make it. And then from that point of the dream, it shifted to this. And I believe this point of the dream that it shifted to, the Father was giving me a message. Hmm. Um, in the dream, I saw a snake, but the snake body was not straight. You know how the snake body is. They're straight. They have no legs, no limbs. But this particular snake body was webbed. That's how his body was. He was in a web pattern. I saw his head, but he was in a web pattern. And the dream, or I don't know if it was a voice, spoke unto me and had me to look at the snake, to pay attention and see. And it was like, even though the snake was in my dream, I can't remember if it was over somebody's head, but even though the snake was in my dream, the dream was telling me that the snake was not allowed to harm me. The dream was telling me to pay attention to the snake web pattern. It's like the snake was prevented from doing whatever he was trying to do because the Father put him in a web pattern. And then I heard the word confound. So in a dream, as the dream went on, it had me to preach this word. It told me web and confound. Well, when I think of web, I think of a spider. You know how a spider lure its prey into a trap, how it weaves it into a trap. And the spider, according to the book of Proverbs, is one of the wisest creatures that Yah has made. And for me to see that snake body in a web pattern, the Father letting me know that, and we know snake represent enemy, that the snake or this enemy will be confound, and he would be allured into a trap. That's what a spider had me to preach about web, and confound. And the dream was telling me revelations. Now, this morning I did try to do a word search on the word web. I don't see that in the Bible. I did do a word search quickly on confound. So there's many scriptures on confound. But what I have so far with this dream is that the Father is going to confound the enemy. And we know what the snake represent. The snake represent the adversary, the devil, the that old serpent. Remember Revelation 12 and 9. The same one that was in the Garden of Eden, who deceived our mother Eve. Okay, he used her, who deceived our mother Eve, and he was within the snake, as prophesied by the prophet Ezekiel. So the Father was letting me know in this dream, as he would have me to preach this word, he was having to break it down about this confoundness that was to take upon our enemy, your enemy. And he said he's going to confound them. And then I woke up. So that's what I have so far. If I have anything else to elaborate on, I just felt like I do need to put this out there, no matter how strange as it sounds, especially how my dream started out. And what was so right about this dream, it happened this morning. This morning, woke up and I was like, well, I'm going back to sleep. So I forgot why I went back to sleep. But anyway, when I went back to sleep this morning, that's when the dream happened. Okay. I was trying to see your comments. Let me see if I can see them. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Sister Francis. So, whatever the enemy is doing, I don't know if it pertains to me. I don't know if it pertains to the world. I mean, because you told me to go to Revelations too. Whatever the enemy is doing, the Father is going to confound them. And you know, the Father is the best planner of all. He's always one step ahead. And the way he's going to confound them is the way the spider uh, allure is prey. That's something I can say it. And I guess y'all can look up spiders and see how they're allure their prey. And I do know they are one of the wisest creatures that the Father made on the earth. You can read about that in Proverbs. But whatever the enemy is planning, the Father is going to confound them, and he's going to allure them into a trap where they won't be able to get out. That's all. All right, if I have anything else to elaborate on the stream, I will come back and everything. Continue, my brothers and sisters, to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, for it's truly at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation, is written in Romans chapter 10, and baptize the people in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. For the Lamb set the example of the water baptism and the Holy Spirit baptism, and the apostles continue in both. I was just fanning because you know how it is in the summer, well, not summer, but spring insects. Um, and forgive me, my brother and sister, the way I look. Um, I'm on my way, so right now I didn't have a head covering and everything, but it was just more important to get this word out to you, and we just pray and continue. And yeah, all right, love you all. May your day go well. May your day be blessed in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom.